what if you start seeing somebody violating something, and then you try to enforce it, and then they, seem like they're not responding well, etc. Let me offer you one technique for enforcement of some of those items. Let's say one of the ground rules was start on time, end on time. Everybody has that. But let's say I've got Leslie over here, and I've just been noticing she's just kind of been casually showing up, 10 minutes late, 15 minutes late, no big deal. And as soon as she comes in, now we've got to repeat what we talked about before, and it's really dragging, the team down a bit. As I'm closing the meeting, I might do one or two things. I might do a debrief where I ask the group to share, hey, what do you think is working well today? And what do you think maybe we could do differently? Invariably, somebody will mention that we had a late start. They might not say, well, Leslie wasn't here, but someone will say that there was a late start. So I can piggyback on that. Or I can review our ground rules and say, guys, we talked about, starting on time and ending on time, but I'm kind of noticing it looked like we really got started about 15 minutes late. This is the magic. I'm not even going to look in her direction. In fact, I'm going to look elsewhere. I throw it out to the group and I say, what do you guys think we want to do about that? And then, so, what does that do? Peer pressure, joint ownership. What do you think might happen in that moment? She's had a habit of showing up late, kind of causing us to get started late. And so I just say, hey, I noticed we started late. What do you guys think we want to do? What do you think might happen in that moment? Who says what, do you think? Usually one of two things happens. Now she speaks up because she feels that spotlight a little bit and she knows that she was late. Now notice her again. Did I confront her personally? Did I tell her, oh, you need to get here on time and force this big confrontation? No. I threw it out to the group. I went back to our ground rules and I said, it looks like we're not really keeping to that. How do we want to manage it? So usually either she'll speak up and she'll kind of recommit. She'll give us her list of excuses, but then she'll recommit. Or the group might say, or she might say, well, you know what, Dana? When we first said that, we were on this side of town. Now that we're on this side of town, it's so hard to park and, get your coffee and, really get started by 8 a.m. If she says that, or if the group says that, how do you think I might respond? I'm building a culture of accountability. Select a new time. So I'm going to say, well, guys, what time would work better? Because at the end of the day, give me your hand. If you push on people, oh, wow, she's good. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? They're going to push back. Okay? So you're going to get better results if you get the group to come up with the decisions about how they want to work together, and then you're simply there to enforce them. But you do need to enforce them. And the magic is it's so much easier